of Laura Gray, very deceptive with the ball, and then Anna Fleet just above them, who those three tend to link up very well together.
Nice away there by Deco. And a find there to Hannah Fleet. Fleet sends it into the middle of the field and just sends it into a sea of white jerseys. Now, here comes Parkinson. Parkinson out onto the wing to Trowbridge. Trowbridge has got her progress cut off. Nice defensive play there by McIsaac, and it's sent away up under the foot of Shanice Maxwell. She's unable to control. Little physical play there, and it's cleared up to midfield. Maxwell with a boot on it. Back to the back line with time. Trying to send a through ball, but sent back in by the Dunbrack defense. It's going to go off the head of Caitlin McIsaac. It's going right back to her on the wing. Nice pressure applied by Trowbridge, and McIsaac just knocks it harmlessly out of bounds. Goodwin will toss it in there. It's Allie Reed. Reed sends it into the quarter, give it chase. Laura Gray there to pressure her. It'll be a goal kick.
Good effort by Allie Reed there, and I mean she's been sort of the anchor of this team for a long time, and in fact 4 of the past 5 years this Dunbrack team has won provincial championships. One of those years they won the gold at nationals, and 2 of those years they won bronze. Allie Reed has been a part of all of those, so certainly this team has had a ton of success, and we'll see if they can duplicate that tonight.
Now, I talked with her after their semifinal win over Halifax City, and see that at halftime. A piece on the core, Halifax Dunbrack, and playing with a couple new players. Nice play there by Shanice Maxwell to knock that off the boot of Michelle Yates. Send it back to Hunt.
Go on, Hannah, keep it this side, Hannah. Keep it this side, go on, Hannah.
Huck. Back to Goodwin, and now Deco. Trowbridge and the touch pass there, but Dunbrack losing possession. Gray has got her pass picked off by Reed. Now Parkinson.
And that was huge by Allie Reed, because what had happened, Kim Hardy had stepped up from the center back position right up into the midfield, and Allie Reed recognized that. Very good awareness of the game there, and she had dropped and actually cut out that last pass as a center back player. So good recognition by Allie Reed to drop off into that center back position.
Well, a dangerous play there, and nice pinch by Leanne Huck coming up to play that. Yates has it knocked off her foot, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, Leanne, they just Halifax City has to be so careful about that. I mean, Leanne Huck covers so much ground so quickly, you know, and she's not the Leanne Huck of old, where back in 24 she was leading the league in scoring and that sort of thing. But she's still incredibly fast, still very dangerous, still a legit threat in this league. She has a couple of goals this year, but they have to be very careful when they're knocking her around in the back. She's very deceptively fast.
Headed on, and he called over the back. So City awarded the kick. McIsaac has Maxwell down on the sidelines. 2 Dunbrack defenders closing in on her. She's got them beat. Feed through into the box and sent away. Back the other way now, Trowbridge. Trowbridge on the counter, off to Parkinson in the middle of the field. And Parkinson is knocked to the ground. Big physical play there by Laura Gray.
Yeah, Laura Gray actually had broken her wrist earlier in the year, and she's playing, you can see, with that wrap on it, and she had come back actually quite quickly. She's a very tough player, formerly of RMC. She'll be attending Acadia in the fall.
City sends it away. It's going off the foot of Maggie Spicer. It'll stay Dunbrack possession. As Hardy will Send it into the box. Oh, this is dangerous, and still there. The initial clear by McIsaac, and now it's onto the foot of Fleet. Fleet leaving it for Bruce. He said 3 under-18s in the starting lineup for Halifax City.
That's right, yeah. You got Hannah Bruce, you have Larissa White, and also Hannah Fleet, who's the MVP. So it's, you know, it's quite impressive, but they're all legit starters on this team.
Off the foot of Reed. Unable to get control of it, so City will get the possession on the throw. Bruce, long throw down the sideline. Off the foot of Reed, and now Yates with the ball. Yates in the middle of the field, sends it back. Goodwin through 2 defenders back to Yates. Yates has got it knocked away by Laura Gray. And now here comes Parkinson. Victoria Parkinson plays it back to Jeanette Huck. Now here's Huck with the long boot. Trying to Springer with the through ball, unable to connect on that attempt. Sent up by McIsaac, but right back in by Dunbrack. Parkinson can't get control of it. Now here's Gray, and now it's going the other way as tangled up with Monica Diab. Oh, look at it here.
Yeah, and I think Diab was the one that initiated that. She just pretty much had her in an armbar, didn't she?
Yeah, that would have passed as an armbar in UFC. Didn't take her to the ground, but was setting something up. Parkinson now. They're closing in on her. Now they're giving her some space. Back into the middle of the field for Reed. Reed trying to find Trowbridge, unable to connect there. Here's Gray. Back over to White. Now here goes Hannah Bruce up the sideline. Just a bit too ahead of herself there. Dunbrack to toss it in. Down goes Yates with the toss. Back over. Parkinson unable to get it now. Onto the foot of Yates. And great defensive play there to stand up and aggressively take the ball. A good hustle as Caitlin comes in to play it. Here's Trowbridge. Trowbridge back over to Leanne Huck. Huck on a foot race there with Festerica. Back up corner of the box for Trowbridge. She'll cross over to the other side of the field. Unable to find anyone there, and Maggie Spicer sends it away. Jeanette Huck to regroup. Back to Allie Reed. As DeCo sends it over to play.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty good soccer so far by both sides, and I think if you look at both of these teams, I mean, a lot of depth on both sides. You have Halifax Dunbrack, who we talked about a little bit earlier, but a very nice mix of veteran leadership and some very young, talented players as well. Halifax City, very similar. They probably have more young talent, but they have some veterans in the mix as well. So both teams, I think they both have the personnel to be able to play a nice style of soccer, and we're seeing that a little bit from both teams today.
Calvino sends it forward. Onto the foot of Gray. Gray trying to get a through ball, and there's two big stops by Taylor Goodwin
and that was
on the defensive back line.
That was critical because we had Shanice Maxwell wide open on this side, and if that had gotten through to her, she would have been on a breakaway.
Right back into the attacking zone off the line.
And that's, I mean, we go back to the speed of Leanne Huck. Like at first it did not look like she would have any chance of getting there, but then almost turned it into a 50-50 challenge. And I think if she could have had that one back, she would have taken it off her chest maybe because it would have been a softer bounce. But we're going to have another look at it.
Yeah, McCarron
Just what a reaction by Michelle Yates
getting knocked here.
to hit that to Leanne Huck.
Oof. Almost the same play we saw last night in the men's game.
If you can get treatment here, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, and they're going to check her out for any sort of concussion symptoms, and it looks like she took a knock
like
to the lip there.
She's donned the crimson mask, as you would say. A little bit of blood coming from the lip. Trainer's out to fix her up.
Okay.
And Halifax City is getting their other keeper ready just in case Alyssa McCarron has to come out here.
Maris Miller, the other keeper for Halifax City. You saw her getting the jersey on, and you get a bit of a close-up as they're applying pressure to the cut on the lip.
She's fine. She's okay.
So, looks as if there's no real fear of the concussion here. Another angle as Huck's coming in and just got her with the knee. Smart clear there.
Yeah, and you just watch how quickly Leanne Huck closes, and she must have taken a knock in the face by her knee there, but hopefully for Halifax City's sake, she's okay. But you're right, Maz. I mean, very similar to what happened last night.
And it looks as if she just got her off the side of the face and was able to roll off it, where last night you saw the Western Halifax keeper take a knee square to the face, and he was out of the game. Valley scoring in the next minute. What was probably one of the best goals we've seen all season.
Yes, it was.
Not to take any discredit away from the keeper on that. As Callum McRae had the goal of the year. Back to the action here. It's knocked away.
Yeah, and Hannah Bruce, her touch was a bit heavy on that initial touch there, but she made up for it with that sliding tackle there.
Sent back by Diab, and now into the middle of the field. Trowbridge unable to get it. It's Balbino. Tries to spring Spicer. Back the other way now. It's Parkinson. Has it knocked away. Johnson stepped up on that one. Here, another attack for Dunbrack. Here's Yates. That looks like they're going to swing it the other side of the field. Now they're going to attack the City defense right up the heart. It's going to be turned over. Maxwell with the ball. Well, they send it to Shanice. Nice step up there by Taylor Goodwin. Parkinson over to Trowbridge. She's got 7 goals in the season. Looked for a strike off the body of Festorica. Still loose, and now here comes City on a possible counter. Trying to feed it up. Nice one touch. Larissa White has it knocked away. Maxwell. Close in by Goodwin. Maxwell taking her on across and into the feet. It went of Hannah Fleet. Fleet unable to get a good crack on it.
And that's twice now, Maz. We've seen the matchup of Shanice Maxwell and Taylor Goodwin, and it's going to be a tough one for Taylor Goodwin because Shanice Maxwell has her for speed. She's one of the fastest players in the league. She would have that. She would have the matchup for speed against a lot of players. But we've seen twice now her blow by her, and so that's going to be critical for Taylor Goodwin to have some cover when she's isolated on that side.
Well, we just saw some miscommunication there as Dunbrack with Trowbridge tries to send it through. Back to Maxwell. Maxwell able to shield Goodwin off the body. And it's headed out of play.
Jog along then.
McIsaac to toss it in. Into Maxwell. Maxwell steps by Goodwin, but nice support defense by Dunbrack to clear it to the city back line. Here's a chance for Huck. It's going to go long for her and all the way back to McCarron. Nice touch pass here as City's able to take it down the line now. Cross. Rachel Hunt, the keeper. Middle of the box, just lets it harmlessly go into her hands. Hunt over the head of Parkinson, but there was Yates to come down with the ball. Now with some space. Good step up by the City defense to stop that attack. Now here's a chance. Off the lines, Hunt, still loose. Still loose. And that's a great save. Right back at it. Another great header on the line. Still loose in the box and now cleared away.
And that's two big saves from Kim Hardy, clearing them off the line by Anna Fleet. And I thought actually early on in that play, Anna Fleet had the opportunity to lay it back to Shanice and she might have had an open net, but she did very well to actually dribble by two Dunbrack players and then put a shot on target. But Kim Hardy coming up big here and clearing that off the line.
There's the first. There's the second.
And I apologize, Jeanette Huck was the first one to clear that off the line. It was Kim Hardy for the second time, but certainly the best chance of the game so far by either teams.
The City sends it wide off the free kick.
And Hannah
Fleet had Rachel Hunt beat.
Yeah, and just another example, we go back to Hannah Fleet, just her ability to run with the ball at pace.
In the net, as you see from our GoPro angle.
And just very key. I mean, what a big play by Dunbrack to keep two of them off the line. And that's what we're going to get from Hannah Fleet. We're going to see a lot of opportunities by her. As we see another one right there.
Yeah.
But it's going to be critical for Dunbrack to really tighten up the marking on her. I mean, she's going to get her chances anyways, but they have to be very disciplined when she has the ball.
Big contact there as Monica Diab just was told to take a seat. So Hardy sends it off the head of Reed, still loose, controlled, kicked into the box. Nice step up there by Huck, and Huck with a strike.
And that's, I mean, Halifax Dunbrack could have been done better with that, I think. Halifax City did a poor job of clearing the ball twice in a row. And I would have thought Halifax Dunbrack would have done a better job of capitalizing on that mistake.
McIsaac letting it roll harmlessly out of bounds. McCarron to kick it away.
First and second, girls. Good talk, Hannah. Good work.
Watch the long ball. Good. Go.
McIsaac, Maxwell waiting on the sideline. Said they go into the top of the box. Still loose, sent away. Hannah Bruce readjusting. Crack from 30 out, just up and over the net.
And that's really, it's not a bad effort at all by Anna Balbino. And she's one of those players that she sits in the holding mid role, and she tends to really be the quarterback for the midfield as they distribute and come out of the back line. And so not a ton of goals for her in her career, but that was a great effort by her.
Another look at the shot here.
Yeah, good sense to see. The keeper was off her line a little bit, and she almost caught her.
And Parkinson's going to get the yellow. I think we're in the replay there, and she was just basically throwing the player off the mark. Have a close look at it here. And
yeah, and it's really unnecessary. And Laura Gray does a good job of shielding herself from Victoria, and just I think that's the right call for Valentini to give her the yellow card there.
Right back to McIsaac. Now Maxwell got a speed advantage on Goodwin there as it's sent back over the other side. Here's Bruce.
You got time?
Bruce trying to send it across on Diab, unable to get it onto the foot of Fleet. Loose out in front. Nice pick up there to snuff that out was April Trowbridge. One of the things I seem to be seeing here is sitting on the wings. They really have a bit of a speed advantage.
Yeah, they do. I mean, we talked about Shanice Maxwell earlier, and there's been multiple occasions where she's been able to get down the line and hit a very nice cross. And I also have Hannah Bruce actually coming up from the wing back position and really making an impact offensively as well.
Balbino. It's headed away by Reed to Parkinson. With time, middle of the field. Oh, that's a careless pass there. City just sends it back into the Dunbrack zone, and Hunt comes out to play it. Hunt rolls out to Parkinson. Coming in was Larissa White. White looked like she might have had a little receipt for Parkinson on that.
And you know, I think one of the things we're seeing, Matt, is that the midfield for Halifax City has done a really good job of pressing the midfield for Halifax Dunbrack, and you know, those are two very key players in this game, and Victoria Parkinson and Michelle Yates, and the Halifax City midfield has done a really good job of just not allowing them to get a ton of penetrating passes or anything really valuable in the attack in third. They've had to resort to passing a lot side to side and that sort of thing, and so they've really minimized their impact, and I think defensively it's a result of them being able to put a lot of pressure on them.
McIsaac with the ball. Maxwell, she's got space. Fight, a nice battle as knocks it off the foot of Hardy. Maxwell still able to maintain it. She beat everyone but the goal line.
And another good effort by Shanice Maxwell, the Cape Breton player. She's going into her third year this AUS season, but you know, doesn't give up on it. Was able to steal that from Kim Hardy there, and just she'll be disappointed with this final touch there. She'll have wanted to keep that a little bit closer so she could whip it across, but Shanice Maxwell certainly having an impact today on this game.
Ends up on the foot of Reed. Maxwell just knocks it right back into the heart of the field. Skip pass over to Johnstone. Johnstone unable to find Gray, and Allie Reed gets her foot on it. Here comes Yates. Yates is going for a run. Everyone on her back foot, and Yates just wide on the shot.
And that's the thing. I mean, Halifax City has been quite good this game so far with their passing and coming out of the back, but all it takes is one mistake, and you give it to Michelle Yates, and she goes on a run like that. I actually thought she could have got closer to the goal before she shot, but that's something you really don't want to do. Don't allow Dunbrack to get their key players involved if you're a Halifax City fan.
Bruce now. And she sends it to Reed. Reed with time and space to gets it to Diab. Diab out on the wing for Leanne Huck. Huck, a lot of space, tries to cross it in. Diab trying to get a crack on it. The City defenders closing in on her, gets it to the corner of the box. Shot just wide. Looked like Trowbridge came in to take that crack. Jeanette Huck pinching up from the defensive backfield.
Yeah, and very nice job by Monica Diab to keep that play alive. We're going to get another look at it right here. Just sort of a scramble in the box, but it stays with her, and she just had good awareness to pass that one back. She almost had Tori Parkinson actually sitting there, maybe able to tap that one in, but another good chance by Dunbrack. And they're starting to press a little bit.
Maxwell now. And it's going to go out of play. Eastlink Premiership Monday Night Soccer Playoff Edition on Eastlink TV is brought to you in part by Future Inns Halifax and Tim Hortons Premium Blend Coffee, a true Canadian tradition. Parkinson with the ball going on a run and is knocked off the mark by White. Now here's Jeanette Huck. Huck has it knocked away by Johnstone, and City will clear. Now City looking for the counter. Sparks is it knocked away, and she's pulled down there by Laura Gray. Put on the net. Up comes Leanne Huck to say, we're coming for you.
That was a very good ball in by Jeanette Huck, and Leanne Huck once again closing quickly and almost getting there.
Maxwell has it knocked over her head, and Goodwin with it. Trowbridge can't get it. Now, again, Maxwell to White. White to Fleet, and once again up top of the box, they're sending it back to Hannah Bruce. Bruce with a lot of space. As Diab closes in on her.
Just jump here. Just jump here. Well done. No foul. No foul.
And it's going to be a goal kick as they just let it go out of bounds.
And that's one of the things with Hannah Bruce. She does not lack confidence, and you know, we've seen her get involved a lot offensively. She has the will and the urge to get forward from that wing back position, and she's absolutely not afraid to take players on. And this one, I think she thought she was going to get the call for the foul on that, but nothing going there for the referee.
Huck has that knocked away. Parkinson back to Reed. Nice defensive play there by Laura Gray. Hanging up there, and it's knocked off the head of Caitlin McIsaac. Up comes Goodwin to toss it in. Oh, this is trouble. Loose top of the box. Great save there as it's knocked away. Leanne Huck is turned aside by Alyssa McCarron.
Yeah, great effort by Leanne Huck hitting that on the side volley here, and we're going to get another look at it. Nice long ball in, and City just having trouble clearing once again, and Leanne Huck has the awareness to hit that first time, and that's a fantastic strike, but a very good save by Alyssa McCarron. You know, I think what we've seen so far, Mavs, is Dunbrack has had 4 really good chances, and 2 of them have come from Halifax City giving it away out of the back, and 2 of them have come from poor clearances.
Good defensive play there by Huck to knock it back into City's territory and break up that attack. Now here comes City. Offside as the flag is up. Huck now has it knocked right back to her. Hardy now. Victoria Parkinson back to Reed. Reed will send it to Hardy, and Hardy to Diab. Nice pressure there by Fleet to try to knock her away from the ball, able to disrupt the passing of Dunbrack. Johnstone now knocks it over bounds. About 35 minutes in, Colin, what is something you expect to see in the final 10 minutes of this half from both squads?
I think if you're Halifax Dunbrack, you got to see Victoria Parkinson and Michelle Yates get a little bit more involved. And how you do that is going to be the challenge for Derek Cadet and the players on Halifax Dunbrack. I haven't seen them enough with the ball at their feet, and they're 2 critical players in this game, 2 of the best players on the field right now. They got to get more involved. I think if you're Halifax City, you really got to shore up and tighten up your ability to be playing out of the back. We've seen 2 giveaways there and were almost costly mistakes. And at the same time, the clearances have to be a little bit better as well. But I do think Halifax City has done a very good job of pressing and really swarming Halifax Dunbrack when they have gotten the ball.
Knocked away there by Hannah Bruce. Corner kick coming for Halifax Dunbrack.
We're going to get another look at that because that looked like it might have been a goal kick, Mavs, but let's have another look at it again. Well, it does look like it came off a Dunbrack player, but
and out of the replay, it's 1-0 Dunbrack.
And that's Kim Hardy. She saved 1 goal and scored on another, and what a costly turnover for Halifax City off that set piece on the corner kick, but very good finish by Kim Hardy.
Just as we're looking at one replay, we want to see another.
Well, it was a really good ball in, and just in between the 6-yard box and the penalty, and Kim Hardy makes no mistake. Just
great header by Hardy.
Finish by her.
One 0 Dunbrack with the lead here. Looking to add as Leanne Huck goes into the corner.
And we go back to both coaches thought it was going to be critical whoever scores first in this game, and now so we've seen Dunbrack score first. How is Halifax City going to respond? Are they going to be able to handle that adversity and really just step up and think about the next player? Are they going to get their heads down?
Let me know.
Now the semifinal game that was played, it was Dunbrack winning 3-1. The Lone City goal coming in extra time. So.
Yeah, it was Caitlin McCausey scoring in the 92nd minute.
Interesting to see how City is able to respond. Parkinson sends it back to her back line. Shanice Maxwell with great anticipation there to knock that away. Unable to connect with Fleet, but Fleet able to force Hunt off the line to play it.
I don't. Hey, dude!
Trowbridge unable to make anything happen there. There's Bruce up the line to Spicer. Spicer has got it knocked off her foot, but City will throw it in. down the line. Nice throw in and across in the box off the line comes Hunt.
Yeah, it's a dangerous play by Halifax City. Laura Gray gets in a good position, tries to hit it across, but just too close to the keeper. And she did have Hannah Fleet and Shanice Maxwell sitting in pretty good positions.
Johnson with space, up and through, and nice hustle there by the Dunbrack defender to knock it right back into the zone. Nice hustle there by Laura Johnstone to knock it away from Huck. Johnstone able to find Gray. Gray through ball, but through to who? The Dunbrack defender.
Oh my God.
Crossing the box and stay to play. Hunt will kick it away.
Yeah, and that's Laura Gray and doing a good job of getting on the ball and getting a hold of it. But you could hear the second that ball left her foot, you actually heard her scream, and you could tell she was disappointed with that. Once again, just too close to the keeper. She was looking to hit that more in between the penalty spot and the 6.
Reed. Time now is it sent forward to Trowbridge. Trowbridge can't get it, but Yates will get it to Trowbridge with control. Trying to find Huck. Huck fights off 2, but gets knocked down in the process. Free kick coming to Dunbrack.
Yeah, and once again we go back to body awareness, and just a great job at Leanne Huck. And you know, everybody always talks about her speed, but one of the things that she's actually quite good at is shielding the ball and holding it up for players. And you know, she did a good job there, just getting her body between the Halifax City defender and the ball, holding it up and taking the foul.
Reed take the free kick into the box and punched away. But back at it now, still loose. It's a great play by McCarron to swallow that up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice job by Michelle Yates to actually knock that one back in, and we almost saw Leanna DeCo. That would have been both center backs scoring goals for Halifax Dunbrack, something that maybe we wouldn't have expected going into this game.
You can still see the visible scar on McCarron's face on the lip. As back the other way comes Maxwell. Maxwell chips it in. Sent away. It was the 20th minute where McCarron took a knee in the face by Leanne Huck. Back in by McIsaac. McIsaac coming up from the back line for support on Maxwell, sends it on the net, but an easy save there for Hunt. Now McCarron rolls it out. Festerica. Nice presence by Trowbridge to come up and force the issue. Now she's going to try to chase down McIsaac. Fleet, loose ball, and here comes Maxwell from the wing. And a corner kick coming for Halifax City.
Yeah, nice job by Hannah Fleet. Good awareness for her to just knock that by to Shanice Maxwell. She almost got a hold of it, but nonetheless, it's still going to be a corner kick for them, and we'll see if they can capitalize.
Into the box and sent away by Dunbrack.
That was paused.
Hunt sends it up once again, City. Now with the ball, Bruce into a sea of defenders, has it knocked away. As Huck unable to come up down with control of it. Bruce another touch pass, but Dunbrack sends it back into the City zone. As Festerica tries to chase it down, and it'll be a City throw, or Dunbrack throw in deep in City territory. With Bruce to take it. Onto the foot of Huck. Huck swallowed up by the defenders.
No foul here, no foul.
And a free kick coming for Halifax Dunbrack. There's a two on the wall there for City as Reed sets it up. Cross in and just over everyone. Another close opportunity there for Kim Hardy to knock another one off her head.
The way she was going, her angle of the ball, I actually thought she was going to get that one as well. It just glances off Michelle Yates' head. Very nice ball in by Ali Reed, and Michelle Yates just not quite facing the target and just glances off the side of her head and misses the net by inches.
Headed on. Onto the foot of Gray. Gray back to the midfield. Now Johnson. Back to Bruce. Bruce turns the ball over. Parkinson. Now the counter from Dunbrack. Here's a run for Diab. Diab gets it to Parkinson. They got numbers. Parkinson step over. 3 City defenders on her to knock the ball away. Still trouble for City. Over to Reed in the middle of the field. Pops off to Goodwin, now to Reed. Knocked away, and Maxwell will send it to Fleet. Nice one-touch pass. And now they're going to try to send Hannah Fleet, but it's going to go harmlessly into the hands of Rachel Hunt.
Yeah, that was a really good opportunity for Halifax City to spring Hannah Fleet on a breakaway there. It would have been probably more of a 1v1 scenario with her, but still just the ball by Anna Balbino just a little too heavy on that one.
Well, Balbino's going right back at it. Jeanette Huck, corner of the box, just try to send it away. Laura Gray ends up with it on her foot. Reed and Parkinson playing with it now. Victoria Parkinson, she's got space to run. Options up on the wing. Leaves it for Trowbridge. Trowbridge backpedals to Reed. And into the corner goes Johnstone.
No foul here, no foul.
Looks like it's going to be knocked off of Monica Diab, so a goal kick coming.
And I think, Mavs, going into the half, if you're Halifax City, I mean, for me, if I'm the coach, I'm not telling them to change a whole lot of things. I thought, actually, that first half, they've had some really good chances, some really good moments. Defensively, they've played quite well, but just those 2 points that we talked about earlier, that the clearances have been a little bit sloppy, and their build-up out of the back has really caused some turnovers and allowed Halifax Dunbrack to get a lot of chances from those. So those are two tactical points that I would speak to my team about. Other than that, though, I mean, Halifax City has been right there with Halifax Dunbrack step for step in this game. They've had some really good opportunities. So if I'm Coach Alan Rutledge, I'm not changing telling them to change a ton at the half.
City clears it up to Maxwell. Maxwell shields it, turns. Now run down the sideline. She's got support in the box. And Taylor Goodwin steps up on defense and knocks it away. And that'll end the first half as just the City was mounting a counter down the sideline. It's 1-0. Dunbrack off just a set piece. Ahead of Kim Hardy. But as you just said, City's been with them every step of the way.
Yeah, I mean, we go back to Hannah Fleet's chance there. I mean, it could have easily been 1-0 Halifax City early on, and they've also had a number of other good opportunities. I think that their play in the final attacking third is quite good, and when you have a player like Hannah Fleet, she can really make things happen in that area. But like we said earlier, it's just the clearances and the build-up out of the back that they really need to tighten up on.
And City we're 2 headers away from it actually being a tie game at this point.
That's right, yeah.
As Hardy came on, was in the net, ready to had to play her best keeper impersonation
right,
as Rachel
yeah.
Hunt was left off the line. Now it was kind of hard to pick the play of the half, but me and you will head into the truck and try to pick that one. I believe Blair Langell has Alan Rutledge on the sidelines.
Coach Rutledge, you had said that one of your keys to success would be scoring early. Had it not been for some stellar defense, you'd be right there. What do you think you have to do to get your girls loose and crack this defense?
Just keep it going. I think we've made chances. We've 2 cleared off the line. Really sketchy call to make for them to score. We'll just keep it going. We're making chances. We're the better team, I think, in the first half. And, obviously we need to get the first goal in the second half. And then we'll take it from there.
Fantastic, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Your score from the Mainland Commons, Halifax Dunbrack leading Halifax City 1-0. You're watching the Eastlink Premiership Monday Night Soccer Championship Edition. Only on Eastlink TV.